A new Grand Valley State University report says West Michigan's economy is holding strong. That's despite months of uncertainty surrounding tariffs and trade policies. Joining us now is the Director of Supply Management Research at GVSU Seidman College of Business, Brian Long. Thank you for being here with us, Brian.
Pleasure to be with you.
Okay, so before we dive into that report, we just heard Howard Miller closing, Kellogg being sold. Talk about what does this mean for West Michigan, this loss?
Well, Howard Miller has obviously been here for way over 100 years, but they didn't innovate. Any firm in today's world has to innovate, and they were still in the clock business, and unfortunately, the clocks aren't selling. Now, to a certain extent, Kellogg has the same problem. They're making dry cereal. Well, if you look at the lines at McDonald's in the morning or any of the other fast food places, you realize that dry cereal is on the decline. Obviously, they tried to upgrade themselves by buying Keebler, which they subsequently sold, and they did Pop-Tarts and a few other things like that. But they spun off the good stuff, I guess I'm going to have to say, and left themselves just with the cereal business that I think they knew was probably going to close at some point in time if they couldn't find a buyer. Fortunately, they did find a buyer. But the number of people that are going to work in this industry is obviously declining. And that makes a big difference over the long term. For Battle Creek, it's not as big of a deal as when they've lost other companies. For instance, when they lost Clark Equipment, that was a much bigger deal. And again, the company isn't necessarily yet closing the plant. But going forward, this is just one of the things that goes on in industry right now. If you're not innovating, if you're not keeping up to date, if you're not changing with the times, if you're not rolling with the new tariffs, you're not going to be in the market very long.
Yeah, and Howard Miller citing tariffs as a part of the reason for closing. Could we see other companies doing the same?
Well, that is a possibility, but I don't know of anyone right on the cusp that's in that particular situation. It wasn't obviously just the tariffs. They had just plain lost their market. Is probably the more important thing to look at. It's kind of like when the Kalamazoo Corset Company closed here in Kalamazoo. That was a big deal at the time. There were 300 people still working for it. 1,500 people worked for it at one time, but if I put it up on the screen now, people smirk and they say, oh, the Kalamazoo Corset Company. They realize that, again, the times just plain changed. The important thing is we have to replace old industries with new industries, and we've done a fairly good job of that in West Michigan.
And Brian, real quickly, let's get to your report here, the survey that says, our local economy has gained strength this summer. Can you break down that survey, and are you surprised by it?
Somewhat, yes, because I have predicted a rather flat summer. Obviously, the interest rates are still up. The Federal Reserve is trying to slow the economy, not crash the economy. And particularly over last summer, we saw some of our numbers flatten or even turn just a little bit negative. And I expected that to happen again this summer. It has not. And the big thing that I guess I see is that some of our firms are in just that right position as far as the market is concerned. They've also figured out how to navigate this tariff situation too. And they learned a lot of that during COVID because ports were shut down, and as a result, they had to find alternative means of doing just about everything. And I think that they are doing that now fairly successfully.
All right. Brian Long with GVSU, thank you for being with us this afternoon.
My pleasure.